When was the last time someone asked how you were doing and you actually told the truth? Stressed, exhausted, burnt out. These are real English words for real feelings. Today we learn how to talk about stress and burnout in English. Clearly, honestly, naturally. Because being able to express how you feel in English is one of the most important things you can learn. I'm Scott, and this is English with Scott. If this is your first time, welcome. Let's begin.
Let's talk about something real today. Stress. Burnout. That feeling of being completely empty, of running on nothing, of giving everything and having nothing left. A lot of people feel this way. But in English, most people don't know how to talk about it. They say I'm fine when they're not. They say I'm tired when they mean so much more than tired. Today we change that. By the end of this episode, you'll have the words to describe exactly how you feel. In English. Clearly. Honestly. Let's start. First, let's understand what stress actually is. In English, stress has two meanings. The first is physical, like pressure on an object. The second is emotional, and that's what we're talking about today. Emotional stress is the feeling you get when life demands more than you feel you can give. When there's too much to do and not enough time, when you can't switch off, when your mind is always racing, always planning, always worrying, always on. That's stress, and it's one of the most common human experiences in the modern world. Now let's learn how to describe it. The most basic way to say it is, I'm stressed. Simple, direct, real. But there are so many more ways to say it, and the more words you have, the better you can explain yourself. So let's go deeper. I'm overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means there is too much coming at you at once. Too many tasks, too many problems, too many demands. Like being underwater and not being able to come up for air. I'm overwhelmed. You might say, I have so much going on right now. I'm completely overwhelmed. Or, work has been overwhelming lately. I don't know where to start. I'm burnt out. Burnout is different from stress. Stress is too much. Burnout is the result of too much for too long. It's when you've been pushing yourself for months or years. And one day you just stop. Not because you want to, but because your mind and body have nothing left. I'm burnt out. You might say, I've been working 12-hour days for months. I think I'm burnt out. Or, I used to love my job. Now I feel nothing. I'm completely burnt out. I'm running on empty. This is a beautiful phrase in English. It comes from the image of a car with no fuel. Running, still moving, but about to stop. That's what burnout feels like. You're still showing up, still doing the things, but inside there's nothing driving you anymore. I'm running on empty. You might say, I haven't had a day off in weeks. I'm completely running on empty. I can't switch off. This is one of the most common signs of stress. Your body is at home, on the sofa, in bed, but your mind is still at work, still going through the to-do list, still replaying conversations, still planning tomorrow. I can't switch off. You might say, I've been trying to relax all weekend, but I can't switch off. I'm exhausted. Not just tired, exhausted. Tired is what you feel after a long day. Exhausted is what you feel after a long month, or a long year. It's bone-deep fatigue, the kind that sleep doesn't always fix. I'm exhausted. You might say, I slept 8 hours, but I'm still exhausted. I think something's wrong. I feel drained. Drained means your energy has been taken from you, like a battery that's been used too long. I feel drained. You might say, that meeting drained me. I have nothing left for the rest of the day. I'm at my limit. This means you have reached the maximum of what you can handle. One more thing and you might break. I'm at my limit. You might say, please don't give me anything else today. I'm already at my limit. I need a break. Simple, honest, important. Not a coffee break, a real break. Time to rest, to recover, to be a person again. I need a break. You might say, I haven't taken a holiday in 2 years. I really need a break. Now let's talk about how to describe burnout to someone else. Maybe a friend, a partner, a doctor. These are longer, more natural sentences, the kind you'd actually say in a real conversation. I've been feeling really off lately. Off means something isn't right, not quite yourself. I've been feeling really off lately. You might say, I don't know what it is, but I've been feeling really off for weeks. I just don't have the energy I used to have. This is a powerful sentence because it shows change over time. You used to be one way, now you're different. I just don't have the energy I used to have. I feel like I'm going through the motions. Going through the motions means doing things automatically, without feeling, without care, without presence, like a robot performing tasks. I feel like I'm just going through the motions. You might say, I show up to work every day, but I feel like I'm just going through the motions. I've lost my motivation. Motivation is the desire to do things. When you lose it, nothing feels worth doing. I've lost my motivation. You might say, I used to have so many plans. Now I've just lost my motivation completely. I feel disconnected. Disconnected means you feel separate from your life, from your work, from the people around you, like you're watching your own life from a distance. I feel disconnected. This is one of the clearest signs of burnout. Now, I want to talk about something important. Talking about stress is not weakness. In English-speaking cultures, being able to name your feelings is considered a sign of emotional intelligence, of self-awareness, of maturity. Saying I'm burnt out is not giving up. It's being honest. And honesty is always the starting point for getting better. So let's practice some more sentences. Sentences you can use when someone asks how you are, and you want to actually tell them. Honestly, I've been better. This is a gentle way to say things aren't great, without going into detail. Honestly, I've been better. It's been a lot lately. Simple, real. Most people immediately understand. It's been a lot lately. You might say, work has been crazy and I haven't been sleeping well. It's just been a lot lately. I think I'm hitting a wall. Hitting a wall means you've reached a point where you can't go further. Like a runner who runs out of energy mid-race. I think I'm hitting a wall. I'm not okay, but I'm working on it. This is one of the most honest and healthy things you can say in English. It admits things aren't perfect, but it shows agency, effort, hope. I'm not okay, but I'm working on it. I need to take better care of myself. Self-care is a real concept in English, and saying this out loud is often the first step. I need to take better care of myself. Before we finish today, let's talk about recovery. Because stress and burnout don't have to be permanent. There are things you can do, and there are ways to talk about doing them. I'm trying to slow down. I'm setting better boundaries. Boundaries means limits, what you will and won't accept. I'm setting better boundaries. I'm learning to say no. This is one of the most powerful sentences in the English language, and one of the hardest for a lot of people. I'm learning to say no. I'm taking things one day at a time, not thinking too far ahead. Just today, just this moment. I'm taking things one day at a time. I'm giving myself permission to rest. Permission is an important word here, because a lot of burnt out people feel guilty for resting, like they don't deserve it. You do. I'm giving myself permission to rest. And finally, if someone you know is stressed or burnt out, here's what you can say to them, in English, with kindness. That sounds really hard. I'm sorry you're going through that. Is there anything I can do? You don't have to figure it all out right now. I'm here if you want to talk. Take all the time you need. These words matter, in any language, but today, in English. Today you learned how to talk about something deeply human: stress, exhaustion, burnout, and recovery. You have the words now. Use them. With yourself, with the people you trust. Being understood starts with being able to speak, and today you took that step. I want to add one more thing before we go. Something I think is worth saying out loud. Burnout is not a personal failure. It is not a sign that you are weak, or lazy, or not good enough. Burnout is what happens when a capable, caring, hardworking person gives too much for too long without enough support. That's not weakness. That's being human in a world that asks too much. So if you are going through this right now, I want you to hear something. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are tired, and tired people need rest, not more pressure, not more to-do lists, just rest. And the fact that you are here, learning English, taking care of your mind, that matters. That is something. Be proud of that. Now let's revisit a few key phrases from today. Say them quietly to yourself as I say them. I am overwhelmed. I am burnt out. I am running on empty. I need a break. I can't switch off. I feel drained. I'm at my limit. And the recovery phrases. I'm setting better boundaries. I'm learning to say no. I'm taking things one day at a time. I'm giving myself permission to rest. I'm not okay, but I'm working on it. These are not just English phrases. They are honest human statements. And now they are yours. In English. Use them whenever you need them. I'm Scott. Take care of yourself. See you in the next episode. Let me also talk about something that often gets confused with burnout. Stress versus burnout. People use these words interchangeably, but they are actually different. Stress is too much. Burnout is too much for too long until there is nothing left. Stress still has urgency, energy, even if it's negative energy. Burnout is the absence of that. No urgency, no energy, no feeling, just emptiness. If stress is a fire burning too hot, burnout is the ash after the fire goes out. That image might help you explain it to someone in English. You could say, I'm not just stressed, I'm past stress. I've burned out completely. Or, it's not that I have too much to do, it's that I don't care anymore. That's burnout. These distinctions matter because the solution to stress and the solution to burnout are different. Stress needs management, better systems, priorities. Burnout needs rest, real rest, disconnection, recovery. Knowing the difference helps you ask for what you actually need. And asking for what you need is one of the most important skills in any language, especially English. So practice saying it. I need to rest. I need support. I need time. I need space. I need help. That last one is the hardest for a lot of people, but it is also the most important. I need help. Say it, mean it, and know that saying it is brave. There's one more area I want to cover before we close. What to say when you are starting to recover. Because recovery has its own language too, and it's worth knowing. I'm starting to feel like myself again. This is a beautiful sentence. It means the real you is coming back, after a long absence. I'm starting to feel like myself again. I'm slowly getting my energy back. Slowly is an important word here. Recovery is never instant, and acknowledging that it's slow is honest and healthy. I'm slowly getting my energy back. Things are starting to feel manageable again. Manageable means you can handle it. Not easy, just handleable. Things are starting to feel manageable again. I've been taking better care of myself. This is a sentence of quiet pride. You made a change. You stuck with it. I've been taking better care of myself. I feel lighter. Lighter means less heavy, less burdened, like something has been lifted. I feel lighter. And perhaps most powerfully of all, I asked for help, and I'm glad I did. That's the whole journey in one sentence. Recognition, courage, relief. I asked for help, and I'm glad I did. These sentences are yours now, all of them, the hard ones and the hopeful ones. Use whichever ones fit where you are today. I'm Scott. Thank you for spending this time with me. See you in the next episode.